Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the simple but really powerful math behind getting incredible work done. We're diving into a formula from Cal Newport's amazing book, Deep Work. And trust me, it might just change how you think about your entire workday.
So let's just jump right in with a question that I think hits home for a lot of us. You know the feeling, right? You put in the long hours, your to-do list is a mile long, your calendar is just packed. But when you look back at the end of the week, does the work you actually produced match all that effort? Are you just busy or are you truly productive?
You know that gap between feeling busy and actually being productive? Well, we're going to call that the busyness trap. It's this state of constant motion that feels like you're making progress, but really, you're just spinning your wheels, not creating anything with real lasting value.
And this isn't just a feeling. The data totally backs it up. Get this. A McKinsey study found that the average knowledge worker, that's probably you, spends a staggering 60% of their week on things like email and just searching the internet. More than half our time is spent just shuffling information around. Crazy, right?
Cal Newport actually has a great name for this kind of stuff. He calls it shallow work. Just think of it as all the logistical tasks, answering emails, jumping into meetings, scrolling through feeds. It's the kind of work you can do while you're distracted, and while, yes, some of it is necessary, it doesn't really use your unique skills or create anything new.
So, if we want to escape this trap and start doing high-quality work, what's the first thing most of us think we need more of? What's that obvious variable we always try to increase?
It's time, right? The default assumption for almost all of us is, if I want to get more done, I just have to work longer hours. We think that more time at the desk is going to automatically lead to better results. But as you can see here, that's only half of the equation. There's a big question mark there.
So let's talk about the other part of that equation, the secret multiplier. This is the variable that really separates the busy from the brilliant. It's the game-changing factor that unlocks high performance, and honestly, it's something most of us completely overlook.
And here it is. He calls it deep work. This is the powerful opposite of shallow work. This is when you're working in a state of pure, zero-distraction concentration. It's the kind of mentally straining effort that actually pushes your brain, helps you create something totally new, and is really, really hard for someone else to just come in and replicate.
And when you put them side by side, the difference is it's huge. On one side, you have the work that builds your career, that makes you better at what you do. And on the other side, you have the work that just keeps the lights on. It's really a choice between creating real value and just processing tasks.
Okay, so we've got our two variables on the table, the obvious one, time, and our secret multiplier. Now we can finally put all the pieces together and reveal the fundamental math that really drives high-quality output. And there it is. The amount of high-quality work you produce equals the time you spend multiplied by the intensity of your focus. Now, this is the key part. It's not addition, it's multiplication. That means even a small boost in your intensity can have a massive impact on your total output, way more than just tacking on another hour of distracted, shallow work.
And hey, this isn't just some nice theory. To see how this plays out for real, let's take a look at the ridiculously productive academic Adam Grant. He is a perfect case study and somebody who has absolutely mastered that intensity variable. His strategy for maximizing focus is just brilliant. He batches his work. So, he dedicates the entire fall semester to teaching, and then the whole spring and summer just to research. He totally eliminates switching back and forth, and when he's in research mode, he'll literally isolate himself for 3 or 4 days at a time to work on a single thing. And the result of that intense focus? He published 7 major articles in 1 year. That's almost unheard of in his field. So, what's the really crucial point for us to take away from all this? If you want to produce at that top level, where should your energy really be going?
Well, the science on this is really clear, and it comes down to this cool concept called attention residue. Basically, every time you switch tasks, like you jump from writing a report to quickly checking an email, a little piece of your attention, a residue, gets left behind on that first task. It fractures your focus and actually makes you perform worse.
So what this really means is that the path to your best, most creative work isn't paved with more hours. It's paved with more intense, single-minded hours. The goal is to minimize that attention residue by working on one important thing for a long, uninterrupted stretch of time.
And in his book, Newport argues that as our world gets more and more distracted, the ability to focus this intensely is becoming a kind of modern superpower. It is getting so rare, and because of that, it's becoming incredibly valuable in our economy. So the final question really isn't about how to find more time in your day. The real question is about finding your focus. It forces you to ask, what incredible things could you accomplish if you actually harness the power of uninterrupted concentration? What masterpiece is just sitting there, waiting for you to shut out all the noise and just begin?